So I've been asked to introduce myself, so this is a story of me, Mr. Sadler, in 4 minutes. So according to my baby book, I came into the world at 9:47 in the morning on April 14th. And I came in apparently perfect because that's what my physique was listed as by my pediatrician. Now, other notable events on my birthday included the birth of Pete Rose and, of course, the sinking of the Titanic. So my first word was geology. No, I'm kidding. My first word was Dada. And I received a whole list of wonderful presents, which included pie and more pie, which I apparently enjoyed ferociously my first day here on Earth. And I'm still trying to figure out what to do with the $5 that my own relatives gave me. Apparently, some of my first activities on Earth included seeing some pigs and patting the dog's nose. Now, one day I actually realized that I had older siblings, an older brother and sister, and here we are. And if you haven't figured it out, here I am. And all three of us grew up on this farm in south central Kentucky, surrounded by 400 acres of farmland. And we enjoyed that farm with our father, who was one of the hardest working people on the planet. In fact, this picture is showing him getting the weeds out of his flower garden, which he spent half of his life doing. So here we are, my father and I, with a church directory picture, and I decided to slap one of my ties on him to make him look sharp in the picture. So my father is actually one of 12 children, and when this picture was taken 10 years ago, 6 of the 12 were remaining. Today, the 2 on each end are still alive, so there's 4 original 12 remaining. So my brother and sister have grown up, and so have I. So this is a picture of my brother and his family. And this is a picture of my sister holding a baby that is not hers. But she actually did have babies of her own. One of them is my niece, which I call Bullfrog. And it was a fantastic day when I decided to get a webcam. So she and I were having a lot of fun with the webcam on the day. And then along came Thomas, and all we can figure out about him is that he liked cats a lot. So when I went through high school, I went through the mullet stage, which is this big clump of hair. And I joined the marching band my junior and senior year at the prompting of my band teacher. And this picture was taken in college. I did 4 years of bass drumming when I went to college. So I've owned a lot of vehicles in my life. Here I am leaning up against the Nissan Xterra. And then I moved down to Florida and I got the flashy convertible, the Toyota Solara. And then I became enamored with rocks, as you see in this picture. So I began a geological career of mining and so forth, as you see in this picture here, and looking for any rocks above ground that really interested me, as in this picture. So then I decided to get the travel bug, so I started driving around America seeing the national parks and monuments. So I started out in the west here with Bandelier and others, and then I finally made it to the east and saw the Everglades and of course all the others, or many of the others. And then I began to travel internationally, so one of my first international trips was over the border in Mexico, and here I am sitting on the ball at the Tropic of Capricorn. And then I eventually made it to New Zealand, and I did a helicopter ride there. Went to Africa, and I scarfed down some yummy meats, including zebra and antelope and so forth. Then I went to the Gobi Desert in Mongolia and had a camel ride with some friends and drank some yak's milk, which was gross. And eventually I wound up back in the West and became a park ranger for a while at Carlsbad Caverns. So here I am at the visitor center, and I dressed up as a Jelly Belly man for one Halloween. So today I'm asked to work with freaks such as this. This is Miss P, who I work with, and that makes my nose and face all scrunchy most of the time. So this is a story of me in 4 minutes, and I hope that you've enjoyed this little video. Thank you.